Today, we're going to take vanilla techniques aside here, yellow belt techniques. We've got some purples, blues, browns out there. We're going to show a very sterile environment here, and then we're going to take it outside and we're going to put it in a more organic environment where things are dangerous. Ranges change constantly. There's an ebb and flow in the contact levels out there. One of the sequences we want to show inside and then take it outside is looking at the yellow belt card, one of the introductory pieces out there. One of the things we explore as we go through with Desert Dragons is the idea that you can take yellow belt technique, hit it like a black belt, and there's different aspects going through there. So even though we'll teach it a certain way or a particular framework at the beginning levels, each level you go up there, you start adding more and more layers to it. The way you recognize the strike, the way you layer the strikes in there, the energy delivered, targeting, all those things start changing pretty quickly. So just give you a vanilla framework as we go through there. So this is basically for grab. We look at a different depth out here. It's from the side. No other attack out here. This is all sitting in space out there. So pin off, drop, you can stomp on the foot, hammer. I know a lot of the techniques are shown to the throat. One of the things I don't like to do initially at this school particularly is I don't want a brand new student teach them to chop on the throat. Legalities have changed in this time. If it's a lady, yeah, they could do that, but I'd rather teach the value of stealing some wind. Person get back up from this. If a brand new student just unloads and uncorks that thing, this guy's out. So that's one of the reasons I go down there. So it's not because I don't understand the technique, it's because I do understand how dangerous this can be. So as it's coming off here, borrowing the force from his grab, I'm gonna rotate my trunk in there. This is referred to as a whip here at the school. Rolls over, down, solar plexus strike. This hand's checking off over there. So drops, brings it back, groin strike, and you're out. Okay. You'll see Chris right now with the implied right hand. One of the nice things we can do, purple belt, blue belt, as we start going up there, if he shoots us right, we can still fire. You got those shots underneath. This hand, rather than pinning now, it's clearing. Drop to the groin, you back out. If you go lethal, you've got that. I'm not going to wait. He touches, I fire. So that would be going up to black belt level. As you start looking at those things, I got to recognize this is happening out there. So one more time, slow vanilla. 1, drop, 2, getting down low, clearing, checking the arms out there. Purple belt range, little right punch flows in there. 1, 2, 3. Oop. Just saw it. I had to take it. Good. Black belt. Not going to wait. So that's just your shot out there. You can stomp the foot out there too. I'm leaving those out right now because I don't want to injure Chris anymore today. We're going to be using this as our first technique when we take it outside, putting this in a little bit more realistic environment. Again, it's somewhat staged, but you can see the different intensity. All these guys out here put their bodies out here so we could hit, and you'll see some of those attacks going later. So. This next technique we're going to be looking at is called the Tacky Mace. This is taught as part of the initial curriculum yellow belt card. Again, all these techniques can be taught at different layers, different levels of understanding and abilities as we go through there. So this particular one, we're doing a sequence inside, a sequence outside here. I want to show you the framework that we initially teach. Punch comes into the face, teaching a student to roll back. On this particular one, I teach a fade, so I introduce head maneuvers. Pick it up with a block, chamber it, fire back, rib punch coming down low. Contours, rolls out, there's your kick, lands, checks the leg off there, and there's your reverse punch. You can also tug and punch there. I didn't want to dig Randy any harder out there. Cross check and you're out. Randy throws a little faster out there, coming out here. Again, picking this thing up, redirecting the weapon, pulling my head past the range of that weapon. Fire, there's my shot out there, so I'm contouring. There's my kick, land, punch. Looking for that last rib out there. You can go a little lower there and get some meaty part, but Randy doesn't like that as much, so. Okay. As we go forward, one of the things we can start doing again, purple belt, blue belt, green belt, you're introduced to the parry. Leaping crane has this. So we start, rather than fading, start slipping. So I'm just sliding off and firing instead. If you get a good dig out there, you got your kick if you need it. If not, you can just kick and bring it back out. So I don't like to track forward if they stay that tight. Jams your weapons, but you still got that shot, comes in strong. So one time punch comes in, slip and hit, there's your shot. Kick. Right there's how gauging steps out there. So last time, Randy. Good, there's my fire right there. When we go outside, you'll start seeing these techniques unfold. This particular, I'm not going to get much further than that initial punch. So when Randy shoots his punch, you might see this at most. And then we'll be introducing some rebounds going off Chris back to Randy. So, okay, thank you. All right, this next technique we're looking at is delayed sword. It's the most common one. Every seminar I go to, they start with delayed sword or 5 swords. There's a lot of variations to this particular one. At the school, we'll teach this on the very beginning stage, right push. I learned to use borrowed force. He rotates me, I drop a hammer, I kick, and I contour out there to take the chop to the throat. Coming out here, punches hard, drop it, dig it, fire the thing up there. So you start developing more and more attitude as far as the weapons go, but I'm still keeping it quite vanilla because Derek's not pressing the attack. Things we can start doing, so I'm gonna have you just deep push. If you grab on and dig, we can start doing inside, outside, so intermediate range, purple to blue belt, green, we start adding the ridge hand to these things. So now I don't need the kick because Derek's much closer. You can work those out there. If you're a shorter person, you might need the kick out there. If not, you can just fire a shot and you got that. If Derek shoots from my waist, goes for a bear hug, you've already got your check off there, drive it and you're out. So. Everything good there? One of the things we introduce when we take it outside is you can change the sequence, not introduce, but it's been done before, but we looked at altering the sequence of the strikes. So rather than start with a block, Derek was already around the corner. I didn't have much time for this, so I just went right to the kick, stopped him, and came back into the chop afterwards. So we didn't have time. This just acted as a check more than a block. There was my shot. Then you got these nice little grappling pieces. You want to roll them, dig them, slam them in the wall. You got those. Kick hit, so you got a lot of choices as far as that goes. Very nice rolling there, so Derek, as though you've been doing it for a while. So one more time comes out there, 1, 2, groin, fire the shot. Hits out there, inside, outside, fire. Changing sequence, takes it out that way. So, sir, thank you so much.